Look at a fundamental topic of Smalltalk, and that is that every time you send a message, you get a return value, which is either going to be determined by that caret or by returning self, that is, the object itself. That's the only kind of return value you're ever going to get. They're determined by one of these two things. And the default is always self. Let's say we have box new, and we print that and we get a box, and it made the box. Sometimes you got to ask, do you want the return value, or do you just want it to have an effect? Because that's why there's a difference between do it and print it. You see, we do it, there's no return value, we don't care, we're just throwing that away. We just want the effect. Now if we go to named box, we see that it has a variable called name. And to access that variable's value, we need an accessor called name, which uses that little return value caret there. We're doing that because we don't want named box when we send the message name. We want the value of the variable. So we do it, we get an unnamed box. Let's say do it again, and we'll give a value to that variable. Now, what's the value of that variable? We print it, and we get Bob. But if we get rid of that little caret, which determines what the return value is, we're going to get named box, because it's going to default back to self. We're going to get a named box, which we don't want. That's useless if you want the value of a variable. You don't want the whole object. So we add the caret in again. Then we get the value we expect if we print. Now if we do it, a name and we do it, nothing's going to happen. If we go a draw and we do it, we get a box. But did we care about the return value? No, we didn't. Because sometimes you care about the return value, and sometimes you just care about the effect.